good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We're going to start very soon. Today we have very interesting call with Senas, our SPV, and David, and yeah, the product Crossfire, and that will be incredible today. How are you guys? How are you doing? Please let me know in the chat. Good evening, David. How are you?
How are you today? Sorry, I'm just getting myself ready. Just got in from work, so
It's
I'll be with
okay.
you
It's
in a
okay.
second, okay?
Good evening, Senaz. Good evening, our SVP. How are you?
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Great to see you as well. We just had an amazing cruise, and it's so good to see you back here, my friend.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like I've been away from these calls for so long, and it is so great to be back. Hello, Opulence Nation. Hope everyone is doing amazing. Let me just say hi to everyone that is on. Let me see the chats. Amarjeet, we got her from back. Are you back in Singapore? And hello, Itzak. Good to see you. Team Trinidad is here. Welcome. We got our super host Itamar. Where are you? Are you still in Florida?
I'm still in Florida, right? Yep.
Nice. We just actually cruised with Itamar and it was so much fun. And we got Rico from Philippines. Hello, Rico. Hello, everyone. Let
Hey,
us know where you're joining
Rico.
us. What's up, girl? Tony. We came to Bahamas. How come you didn't come see me? Hello, Charlene from my dear, of course, Dominica group. And yes, she is back in Singapore. And hello, we got David O on as well. Hello, Gloria from Trinidad. Of course, we got Napa Prawn from Thailand. Swadika. And hello, my sister Maria Baptiste. Yes, indeed, unstoppable. What's up, girl? Daria from Alberta. Miss you, girl. How you doing? We got Wayne. Hello, Wayne from London, Ontario, by the way. We got a London, Ontario here. And of course, from that is to Thailand team. Hello, Saroda. Swadika. Cheryl Rose from Brampton. Hello, everybody. All right, we're at 8:04, so we'll get started. And have you done your introductions?
Not yet.
Well then let's get going. I'll get you to do the introductions. Tell Itamar does their introductions. Everybody, message your team. Get everyone on your organization on this super call. Hello, Ja from Thailand. And hello, Claudette. All right, I'm not gonna say hello anymore. I'll let you do your introductions. I'll mute.
Thank you, Senas. Thank you. So, hello again, everybody. Hello, good evening, good afternoon. We're going to have two people that's speaking today. For me, it's going to be tonight. For most of you, it's going to be afternoon or morning. Our SVP, Senas, and David O. And let me give you a little bit background about our amazing people that's going to share with us our amazing product. So I will start with you, Senaz. Senaz Human, in her late 20s, Senaz made a pivotal decision to venture into direct sales industry with a strong work ethic, determination, and unparalleled skills. She rose to become a top producer, quickly gaining recognition for her exceptional performance. Her influence and impact in the direct sales marketing field have earned her widespread recognition. She was honored as a Luxury Designer of the Year by Viva International and celebrated in the Instead, Oprah Winfrey magazine, and much more. At Opulence Global, Senna oversees dis- distri- distribution manufacturing, and international negotiations, and all global operations. Her ability to inspire others in the health, beauty, and fashion sectors is nothing short than remarkable. Tenas take great pride in mentoring entrepreneurs. Her visionary approach, the mentorship, her inspired countless individuals to achieve their own success story. As a trailblazer in the industry, Sena's Human continues to set new benchmarks and inspires others to strive for greatness. Her unwavering dedication, unmarked talent, and relentless pursuit of excellence mark in the true icon in the world of business and entrepreneurship. Good evening for you, Senaz. And let me
Oh,
let
I'm
me
muted.
introduce
I
for us
said thank you so much.
and let me introduce for us David O, handled the regulatory affairs at Opulence Global. From his science and pharmaceutical background, David recognized the incredible value of Perry Flawless as a world-class product that delivered on its promise of anti-aging. His enthusiasm continued with the Fountain of Life, which is the most powerful antioxidant from nature, and the future development is the Safe Home Revolution collection. David is honored to be part of the incredible journey as Opulence Global changed the lives of people. Good evening for you, David.
How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm
Good.
so happy to
Let me
see you
set my
with us,
camera on.
and
Hi,
it's all
Sinead.
yours.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Itamar. Thank you again for the introduction. David, did you miss me with all these weeks I've been away?
Oh, really? Oh my
Did you miss
gosh.
my
I miss your
optimistic,
cheery disposition.
enthusiastic,
Yeah.
loving being?
hmm
I actually just got home from work and it's been lots of catching up. So good
Very
night,
nice.
everybody. Okay, David, we got lots of stuff that's going on, lots of good stuff that's happening. And, we are almost ready, as I'm going to say, ready for our amazing new product that's going to be hitting the shelf, Divine. And we're really excited about that, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, there's lots of really cool stuff that's coming out. There's a lot of new things that are happening with the company. We just got back from the cruise, and on the cruise, everyone that was there got a chance to try. Can anyone guess what did they try? What did you guys try? What did you guys try on the cruise? Not everybody at once. John, you weren't even there. And collagen. Yes, Itamar, you're the host. How was the collagen? First of all, what did you try?
I tried the one that you gave me with coffee,
Ah, you tried the coffee and tell us about it. How was the
and
taste? How was the
the
flavor?
the flavor was the same like normal coffee from Starbucks.
And did you feel like there was a fishy taste to it or smell or anything like that?
No, it feels very normal. I would love it was very nice to try the new product, and the flavor was like nothing very. I didn't feel the flavor was coffee flavor.
Amazing, amazing. I know, you know what? This is great feedback from us as well because, we give it to a lot of people to try. And you know what? It's all about sharing the experience. And we're really excited about the new products that are coming. And your feedback is really important because for those of you that may not know, we're going to be launching a marine collagen. And the marine collagen is meant to be, the highest quality. It's wild caught marine collagen. And so it's really important for everyone to love the flavor. Now, collagen, I'm going to actually just allow for Yvonne to speak because Yvonne, you said, and I'm going to put you on the spot, girl. Yvonne tried both berries and the coffee. You are unmuted, Yvonne. I'd love to hear from you, your feedback. Karen, I would love your feedback as well. Just a couple of people before we get the call started, because I always say sharing is caring. And Yvonne, I see you're unmuted, my darling. How are you?
Excellent in Jesus.
Amazing, amazing, girl. Tell me, how is the collagen that you tried while you were on the cruise with us?
I fell in love with the berries.
Berries, okay.
Yes, I love that
Yeah, go ahead.
against the coffee. The coffee was good, but my love is berries.
Multi-berries. And was it too sweet? Was it just right? Did you smell the collagen? Did you taste the collagen?
No, it was just right.
I like to hear that. It was just right.
Mhm.
Amazing. Anything else you would recommend to anyone that's listening for the first time with us?
I can't wait to get the berries to share with my customers because I've been promoting collagen and divine, and they are both waiting on them.
And Yvonne, what's the importance of having a product like Divine or collagen?
Because it will improve your health. It will stop all the diseases in your body. And as aging people, my husband and I, we need to get both collagen and divine
Amazing.
for our health. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing. It was such a pleasure to meet you on the cruise and spend time with you. And I'm so glad that you were able to represent Trinidad Tobago. All right. So again, Trinidad Tobago is another rising market. Definitely doing some great things there. And we have so many superstars that were there on the cruise. I met them for the very first time. If you weren't on the Saturday call, you totally missed out, because Saturday you got a highlight to hear all about the amazing cruise and what we experienced, and all the amazing fun that we had. Now I know we also had Karen. Let me see if I can get Karen online. Here we go, Karen. How you doing, darling?
I'm doing fantastic.
Amazing. Welcome back from the cruise.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I just want to turn around and go back. Oh, it was so fun, so amazing, unbelievable. Anybody that missed it can't miss the next event, that's for sure. And it was just over the top. So I loved it.
Amazing.
And the collagen, you know, I've always really thought that collagen is a building block of our body. So you know, I know my understanding is as we age, you know, we lose our collagen. We're really a web of collagen. That's my understanding anyway. So to be able to give this back to ourselves on a daily basis, I loved the coffee because I'm a real coffee person. So to me, just having it every morning with my coffee is going to be perfect. But the berry was nice and it wasn't fishy. It was, you know, it was nice. It was light. Anybody that likes fruit would love the berry. But for me, the coffee was it.
Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee myself. So I like that because I don't really put milk or sugar or cream in my coffee. And I like that when I put the scoop, it just changes the color. It's not a cream. It's not a milk. It's basically collagen. You need collagen in your daily dose, and you need coffee in your daily. Well, I need coffee in my daily dose. So
me too. You know, and the fact that it doesn't break the fast is excellent.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are intermittent fasting, and I know myself, I do the same. So to have it in the coffee and have it just taste like coffee, like Itamar says, it was fantastic. Loved it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. I do appreciate it. And I think that what Karen just shared is so vital and important, because a lot of us do intermittent fasting. And when we do intermittent fasting, you basically don't want to break your fast if you're having a coffee in the morning. And that's one of the things that I love about drinking coffee in the morning. I drink my coffee completely black. And the great thing about the collagen that we put inside the coffee is actually made with a base of MTC oil, which is coconut oil. So when you're putting that scoop in there, It just gives it a really nice flavor. The coconut oil base gives it a little bit of that sweetness that you need. Not really a sweetness, but just a really great mixture to dilute into the coffee. And most importantly, it doesn't break your fast. So if you are doing intermittent fasting, it is actually fantastic for you. So, and again, we can go all night about, all the amazing testimonials. But David, I want to get into the nitty gritty of it and really the benefits of it. We've been working a long time on all these products. Collagen is something that's been in the works, I'm going to say, for over 2 years now. And I know, by the way, a lot of people are excited, anxious to get the collagen. And I promise you, when it's perfect, it'll be released. We did already a testing group in Thailand when we did the Thailand conference. Itzhak, thank you so much for sharing what you shared as well. He was sharing with me. I tasted both in Thailand and they rock. Thank you for that. I know when you came back, we shared that as well. But right now, our focus is going to be a lot of Divine that's coming out. And Divine, what is this? The collagen in the body is hyaluronic acid or something. Okay, so I do have a question in regards to that comes from Itzhak. So excited towards the release of Divine and Collagen Plus. Absolutely. I talked to this with Lizzie today, and she asked me, what assists the collagen in the absorption in the body? Is there a hyaluronic acid or something else? So, David, do you want to do a little bit of that response, or do you want to wait that we have a little bit more of the final formulation before we answer that question?
Well, I think we should get the final formulation before we start getting into
I
the
think so too.
details, because it could just get. One of the I find is that sometimes we get ahead and we start answering questions, and then we have to backtrack if there's a slight change in it. I think people should recognize that excuse me, I got a cold here. The components to Divine have meaning and some value, but if you take a good look at some of the things that it does work synergistically with Fountain of Life as well.
Yeah.
And we can explain that further as we move forward, but I think that's sort of an exciting prospect to it. The immediacy of some of the things in Divine and its benefits long term, along with Fountain of Life. So there's a 1-2 punch there that, quite frankly, I did not realize immediately. It took a little bit of research to sort of understand the magnitude of what we have here and how it will benefit people. So yes, final formulations will help. If there's any tweaking, there's always tweaking, but I just like to have, just to avoid any confusion, if that's okay.
Absolutely. You know what? Actually, we pretty much already have down packed the formulation. But
Okay.
as you all know, we are registering it with Health Canada. Sometimes Health Canada will tell us to either change a dose, change something in the product. So that's why even with Divine, we wanted to make sure that it did comply with everything that Health Canada required for us to do when it came to what our NPN number is. And when you are, by the way, just so that I can clear something for our American clients, because we do have quite a bit of customers that are in the States as well. When you're in the States and you are a US entity and you need to do a registration, you will require to have an FDA registration done in the United States. When you are a Canadian entity, and what we're doing with our products, we are registering what's called an NPN. And David, you want to tell everyone what NPN stands for?
Yeah, NPN is National Product Number. It's natural health products in Canada are highly regulated, unlike any other area in the world, and so we must meet strict standards by which Health Canada will accept a product. Number one. Number two, for the companies that make the product, it is highly scrutinized. Believe me, it's highly scrutinized. I work with Health Canada all the time on this, and they don't play games about this. They make it very, very difficult. So the standards are very high. the interesting thing is that the rest of the world started to adopt this stance. So you're going to start seeing changes around the world in that manner, and because they want good products for and consistent products for everybody, and they want to know what companies are selling.
Yeah.
And it used to be a free for all, and they've tightened that up a lot. So that natural health product number, the NPN, is becoming more and more important. There's some reciprocity in certain areas around the world, like Mexico, where they do recognize what Health Canada does. It's just that the FDA, the US FDA, is a very powerful body as well. They look at things under the scope of NDI, new dietary ingredient, if it's something new. If it's something that they're familiar with, they tend to get grandfathers. So there might be some fortuitous luck with the componentry in Divine, because the combination that we have is different, but some of the components that we could break down are have been around. Fountain of Life is a little different because we broke new ground around the world in introducing a dietary supplement that was made from the Norwegian spruce. No one had even heard of that before. Believe it or not, even in areas like Finland, where we get it from, they were reticent for years to be able to do that. And now there's tons of papers coming out on how you can eat spruce trees, which I thought was interesting. So, sometimes it takes some baby steps to move forward to push the governments, and we're doing that. So it is happening.
Absolutely. I'm just going to pull it up. If you're brand new on this call, I want to share with you, the product that we're talking about. We've always talked about the Fountain of Life, and Fountain of Life is the #1 selling antioxidant in the world. It is the most powerful, most potent product that is known in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely proud that this exclusive product is only available through of course, our company, Opulence Global. Fountain of Life, as you know, we proudly have, of course, our NPN number labeled on it. It is a super fast acting product. And like David just mentioned, there's a lot of products out there. We talk about aloe vera, or we talk about apples, or we talk about grapeseed, or we talk about even pine bark or other ingredients that are out in the market. And we've all heard about it. When the spruce tree came out, when we started to talk about plant antioxidant labeled as lignans, people went, huh? What? Liga what? And all of us need a very high lignin diet in order to be healthy. Now, David, for a brand new person, what's a lignin? And for the ones that have been on, let it be a repeat. What's lignin?
Okay, well, we're going to start out with the plant lignin. Lignans are antioxidants found, and when we're starting out with the ones found in plants, and they're found in the cell walls of plants. Something that's it's not a common term, but it is very important. Lignans are a dietary supplement that used to be abundant in many food products like grains and nuts. 70% of the world eats wheat, and it used to be very abundant in varieties like spelt and einkorn and others. And so the fact of the matter is that we started not producing that type of wheat. What we produced is dwarf wheat, and dwarf wheat has the ability to feed a lot of people with very little nutrients. So if you read your processed flour bags, a lot of times they fortify it. They fortify it with vitamins because it's devoid of nutrients. Unfortunately, they didn't fortify it with lignans. And lignans are very important in terms of our needs. We've learned that we need 1 milligram. The average person in the world takes in 1 milligram of lignans per day, and that is about 50 to 100 times less than what was required. Now, these plant lignans, are converted into enterolignans in the human body, and enterolignans are very, very powerful antioxidants. And because we suffer from oxidative stress, enterolactone which is the enterolignin in our body, helps reduce oxidative stress, and oxidative stress is caused by free radical activity. What is free radical activity? It's a molecule missing an electron. And what happens is that it steals an electron from a healthy cell, and that causes damage over time. So this becomes a very, very important part of our diet. And those people that are using Fountain of Life can attest to how it has changed them. We all suffer. When we get to a ripe old age like myself, you do feel the harm from years of doing dumb things. A lot of guys do dumb things over their lives, and I think most of us can agree. We find unique ways of damaging our bodies. And when you're young, we're able to recover, but over time, that stress leaves us with chronic inflammation and things like arthritis, which I suffer from. And I can tell you, and this is anecdotal, and I apologize, but um, I suffer from osteoarthritis, and I've had it for a long time now. And I've experimented enough times with Fountain of Life, meaning that I've stopped taking it for periods of time. And when I do stop taking, I go for the rebound, and my knee actually does bind up to the point I can hardly walk. So I recover quickly, so I can take Fountain of Life. I take 30 drops a day. No, I don't do 10, 10, and 10, which is the ideal level to keep my enterolactone levels up and consistent. But because of the way I do things, I take 30 drops in the morning, and it sustains me all day, but it allows me to walk without pain. And that is a big thing because it took me off the knee replacement list at the hospital. Now, I know this anecdote.
Huge.
Yeah, and it is anecdotal, I'm going to be honest with you. But my findings have been borne by statistics and other studies that show that the enterolactone that is produced from Fountain of Life, from the 7-HMR, which is the lignin that's predominant in Fountain of Life, is very important in reducing oxidative stress in our bodies. And that cascades to so many other issues, from cardiovascular issues, from dementia to diabetes type 2, to fatty acid liver deposits on our liver, visceral fat reduction. All these things are related to oxidative stress. So we have something in a very small bottle there, but it's incredibly powerful. And for those who are wondering, I've been taking this product for better part of about 12 years now. So off and on, because I keep experimenting, because I keep, part of me goes, I think I'm okay now. I don't think I have any knee pain. And then it comes back. And so it's really important. And I just ordered another bunch of bottles from Opulence because I need to make sure I've got this all the time with me. Yeah, I'm serious. It's a need. And
Absolutely.
I don't think we can fool ourselves into thinking that we get enough nutrients from our foods. We don't have enough lignans in our food. And I think we bore that on our FOL.1 page, showing how many apples, how many cabbage, how many onions, everything we'd have to eat to maintain that level. So I think you got something very,
I have
very
all my
key.
slides ready as you speak tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty good. So it's like we actually rehearse this.
Literally.
If you take a look at all these things, and I remember we started going through this exercise and breaking it down, trying to figure out how many cups of these products just to get 10 drops. We're not taking 30 drops, we're talking 10 drops. So if you wanted 30 drops, multiply all these things by 3. Like, seriously, 450 cups of onions? Who could do that one sitting? But like it would be impossible. You need a lot of our mouthwash after that, that's for sure.
You know,
Wait,
David,
which-
one of the big things that I always share about this, the analogy you just used of the apples, right? You said 1,800 apples. Now, David, if somebody was to eat an apple a day, they used to say
Right.
an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Right.
And, why does that analogy not work anymore?
Well, it's just not giving us the nutrient value that we really do need. what we're lacking, like a lot of the foods contain, vitamins. It's pretty clear that we do have some uh, vitamins that are readily available in things like apples, but we're lacking. When we take a look at the nutrients that we are missing, so many plant nutrients, especially lignans, we just don't have it in something like apples. Fruits don't have any lignin. We know that. Grains will have more, but really spelled acorn, they do have, but really, you're not going to get the full value for that. The gold standard has always been flaxseed. I think a lot of people would say, well, that's a good source of lignans. But if you do some research on it, you find it's not a very efficient lignin. And what I mean by that is that before we can absorb it, we have to get rid of a part of it. So it goes through a process in the bowel called cleaving. So it gets rid of this part called the diglucoside. And once that's removed, it can be absorbed. And it's absorbed into enterodiol, then it's converted to enterolactone. Enterodiol is an enterolignin, but it's not as powerful. So it has to do a conversion. And you lose a lot of it because it's not cleaved. And so Fountain of Life is much more powerful because it's readily absorbed. It doesn't have to go through this cleaving process. And we can do it either sublingually, meaning you're under the tongue, to get right in our system right away, or we could just take it and absorb through the intestine. So we have a more powerful product.
Well,
That's
also,
what works.
well, and David, one of the biggest things that I always share with everyone is we all know how much our water, our soil, our atmosphere has changed. And we know that there is a lot of toxic pollution that is out in this world. And the reality of it is that no matter what, it's just not like the good old times as we call it, right? Before, back in the day, you didn't need a lot of supplementation. You didn't need, we didn't have as much disease. Let's just face it. Disease was not at the rate that it is. Cancer was not in every single household. We used to think of someone that knew someone that knew someone that had cancer in their family. Cancer has become one in every three, people are getting cancer. And it's just simply because our food is not the same. Our water is not the same. Our soil is not the same. Our foods are heavily processed. Our foods are heavily injected, with hormones and pesticides. When they go through different borders, there is a lot of chemicals that these animals are going through, or these vegetables are going through. And that's why if you go and buy yourself organic meat or organic fruit, or it is 10 times more expensive. Before it used to be double, now it's become like ridiculous. And the reality of it is that we cannot run away from society. It is what it is. So how do you protect yourself? And the way you protect yourself is simple. Products like Fountain of Life, products like Divine, products like collagen. We are an aging society, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are above the age of 30, and I'm sorry to make everyone feel old, if you are above the age of 30, we are an aging population. And once you hit your teenage years and you pass the age of 20, our bodies start to slow down. I always have this friendly thing, and I smile when I say to my friends, God has a way. When you hit 20, when you're 20, you're in your prime. You hit into your 30s and you're like, what just happened? And I always say, God shut off a couple of those light switches. You hit 40, he turns off more of those switches. You turn 50, more of those switches go off, and 60, more of those switches, and 70. And as you progressively age, if you are not supplementing your diet, if you're not putting the right antioxidants, if you're not putting the right nutrients, if you're not putting collagen in your body, if you're not reversing aging, then you are not going to age gracefully. And this was something that was my motto back in 2016 when we started to get into personal care and we started to get into the health sector. I always swore that we were going to create products that was going to be great for you and your family, that was going to protect you, Fountain of Life has a slogan that is really interesting, which is, what if you could use one product? I sat down with a prospect today, and she said she took so many supplements that, David, because her doctor had told her that she needs to space out the way that she takes her supplements, it takes her half an hour a day. Oh my God, half an hour a day to sit and to take supplements. I wouldn't do it. I don't know how many of you on this call would do this, but I'm sorry, half an hour? Who the hell's got half an hour for you to sit there and try to organize your pills and take 10 pills a day? You take one product like Fountain of Life. It's a drop. Take it morning, take it night, take it afternoon, take it anytime. Today, I've taken it multiple times because I've had a very long day. I had a crazy workout this morning that was very, very heavy on me. I did legs and glutes. I was sore. And I took probably about 50 drops this morning. I went to the office. I was up and down. I was in the warehouse. I was moving around. I was working with IT. I was doing this. I was bouncing around. And I've already done 18,000 steps today, just to kind of tell you guys what kind of a day I've had today. And I'm still on a call with you guys. And I got lots of energy and I'm still go, go, go. And it's simply because, you know, I am taking care of my body. I've had my collagen today. I've had probably maybe about 80 drops of FOL today because I just needed it. I just was all over the place. I've been around people in the office that are a little bit under the weather, also allergies. So look, you got to do what you got to do. Divine is going to be just as powerful. I actually took 2 Divine this morning too, in the morning when I woke up. I had my FOL, I had my Divine, I had my collagen in my afternoon because I wanted to try it with a scoop of coffee. And voila, here I am, you know, almost 9 o'clock and I'm still going strong. And I want to tell you all, everything that we create is for you and your lifestyle and your family. We want to make you healthier. We want to make you stronger. We want to inspire you. But we can only do so much. I do these calls with David so that you can get inspired and then you can go and share the fuel with your team and your people and your customers and everybody else. But if all of you did what we did and that duplication process was to grow, guess where we would be even bigger, better, stronger as a company. So I recommend for each and every single one of you to go out there. And thank you so much, John and Sherry, for your kind words. And Sanjay, thank you. I'm glad that you guys appreciate these calls. We are putting them together for you to give you knowledge and power. Actually, since I have Sanjay on as well, I know you have a big group in the United States. I do want to talk a little bit about our labels to help each and every single one of you to shed a little bit of light for everyone as well. So in different countries, we do have different labels. So if you're brand new on this call, or if it's one of your first few calls, or you're just starting off with us, understand that we put these calls to give you knowledge. We give you the inspiration. We give you all the educational tools that you need in order for you to become unstoppable. Will you understand everything from day one? Absolutely not. This is like a learning curve where you're pretty much going through a university for you to learn and for you to be inspired and for you to grow with us, okay? So one thing I do want to share with you guys, David and I have talked about it from a regulatory aspect. First of all, we have different labels in different countries that will receive different labels. Canada will have a different label than USA. We are in the process right now of updating our US label. And right now we are selling in the US a label that is FOL, that is topical. Once you peel it, it gives you the secondary label. It's just a regulatory thing we've had to do in order to properly be able to successfully import it into the United States. I do want to let you all know we are working on a new label for the globe, actually. But in order for us to be able to be successful in using the same label in many countries, we need to remove the word antioxidant. In Canada, an antioxidant is okay to be paired with an NPN number that we have. However, in other countries, an antioxidant is a claim as a drug, which doesn't make any sense for me, but I'm not the expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. And David is heading up our regulatory. So I just want you guys to know that we are going to be updating that. That's going to apply for Europe. That's going to apply for some countries in Asia. That is going to apply to the United States. That's going to apply to Mexico. It is going to be applicable to probably India. And just so you all also know, we are working on opening up 3 states in India as well right now. You all saw in the New Year's webinar, we've been working on India registration as well. We're working with the Indian authorities. We're doing some lab testing right now. So there's a lot of moving wheels behind the scene that you guys are not privy to, but we're constantly working around the clock. We're basically moving, shaking, building, growing. We are working on our move. As you all know, we're probably going to be moving this year. All goes well. We're going to be bringing on some new staff into our company as well. And very, very excited for that. There's going to be new business development. There's going to be more expansions. So lots of stuff that's going on. And for the new label, we're just finalizing it. I know some of you are asking. David and I are just fine tuning it. When it is available, it will be probably sometime in March that we will probably be launching the new label. So it's just around the corner. It's next month. And remember, spring is my favorite season because spring is new birth, new beginning, new start. And it's a great time for all of you to also kickstart. You know, sometimes in winter, we get the winter blues and we get a little bit lazy. And I'm going to kick you guys all out of your comfort zone and say, let's rock and roll because spring is going to be a great season. Now, David, I want to talk a little bit about Divine because that's a new baby. A lot of people know about Fountain of Life. They're pretty well trained. We have FOL.1. We have the Fountain of Life testimonial page. We have our great, beautiful landing page that you just updated with a lot of the marketing and, scientific research. But I want to talk a little bit about Divine because Divine is so important because it's got an ingredient that I love, which is glutathione. Talk to me about the importance of glutathione.
Well, glutathione is it's known as the master antioxidant. When we're young and healthy, our bodies produce glutathione. Now, that's the thing is that helps to stave off a lot of diseases. A lot of oxidative stress. It's very important for our liver health. Getting rid of heavy metals in our body. So glutathione is a very important aspect of our good health as we, from the time we're very young. The problem is that when we get to a certain age, we stop making glutathione very efficiently. We get old, and you could tell, you can tell because we're not making collagen as efficiently. That's why we start to sag. That's why we don't, the glow of youth is that you have a good collagen production there. But glutathione is also part of that. You don't see it, but it's pretty obvious that, you live healthier lives way back when. You feel better, you look better. It's because one of the things is glutathione. Now, the problem is that as we grow older, we lose that ability. So the free radical activity that continues to bombard us, regardless of where we live, it just keeps going. And free radical activities from pollution, pesticides, stress, alcohol abuse, smoke. There's a whole list of things that contributes to free radical activity, and these free radicals are bombarding us constantly, day and night. And as a result of that, you can steal an electron from a healthy cell, and that can lead to significant health issues over time. So glutathione and the supplementation of glutathione is possible with the right technology. This has been tried before. The problem is that glutathione is destroyed by our gastric juices when we take it, and you can read that. So it never does get to the small intestine where it can be absorbed. However, because of the capsule technology that we've employed, employed in this, it allows it to be released where it has to be released, and that's in the small intestine. And that was one of the things I brought up to the developers of Divine. I said, it's one of my concerns, is how are we gonna get it into our bodies if it gets destroyed by our gastric juices? And no, it is released. It is enteric coated and it's released in so it can be absorbed. And I think that's a real important part. Okay. And so glutathione is a very important part of our immune system. Our immune system, of course, has been bombarded over the past few years because of the pandemic and everything else, beyond the pandemic. And believe me, where it's happening still. Um, I'm not talking about the coronavirus, but there's other things that we have to be aware of. So we have to really boost up our system that way. So if we have something that can really support our immune system, then by all means, I think we should take it. And we want to reduce the impact of so many of the viruses out there, and we want to have a healthier immune system, and we want to have a system that has a strong liver. Our liver is a very important organ, and it's actually detoxifying and getting rid of some of the heavy metals that we might be exposed to. So this is a consistent thing. Uh, Divine contains glutathione. And so I think that, it's one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing and trying. And no, I haven't tried it yet, but I will.
Absolutely, David. Divine is going to be so powerful. I'm going to just quickly show you guys a new slide. I haven't approved it yet, but I want to show you guys what is coming for Divine. This is a paper, I'll just show you the sheet. I'm actually going to be, this is my homework tonight after I finish the call. My end day doesn't end. And basically what it is, I want to just read from Reed. This is actually, we have 3 PhDs that worked on the Divine, just so you guys know. First of all, Divine is going to benefit heart health. It is going to improve your skin massively. The glutathione, like David said, is so instrumental for your body. The zinc, the combination of the zinc, the French maritime pine bark extract. We're going to give you a lot of meat and potatoes. It's going to really, really make you look fabulous, though, just saying, and make you look younger. It's going to help to maintain and regulate your immune system. So one thing I find, David, whenever I get like a little bit of a cold or I get a little bit of a sniffle or I get like a little sore throat, this is my baby. And I take a couple of drops of Fountain of Life and I drop it. And literally my throat just eases up. But if you got like a drizzly nose and drizzly eyes a little bit, and you're kind of feeling a little bit like, I'm coming down with something, you take yourself 3, sometimes 6 I take of the Divine, and voila, you're back up. Supports liver and cell detoxification. How great is that? Supports your respiratory function. So when we went on the cruise and we flew back, Ramin felt like the vent at the top of the plane was open and there was a lot of air that had almost blown into his lungs. And so when we got home, he was feeling a little bit under the weather. I made him a couple of ginger shots. So he had some ginger, lemon, and cracked black pepper. And right away, took a bunch of FOL and literally took some Divine. Next day, back up and running again. Promotes gut health. This is very important. Without a healthy gut, you got nothing. Aids in vision maintenance, which I love. So it's really, really good for eye memory. Promotes diabetic health as well. And it also improves, listen to this one, improves the absorption of other antioxidants and supports collagen formation. So imagine now taking FOL Divine and collagen. What's your body going to become like? You're going to become unbreakable and unstoppable. And it also helps to prevent vitamin D deficiency. It boosts brain function and memory. And it is just such a powerful, powerful product. So David, I know you are super excited to get this. you know, we wanted to also put enough, like you said, like I was talking about my girlfriend that is taking all these vitamins and takes her half an hour to give you enough of a dosage every day to get the right amount of dosage of what you need. And so let's talk a little bit about the French maritime pine bark. And again, the benefits of that, because that's again another very, very powerful ingredient too.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting. It's a powerful antioxidant, but sometimes the mode of action was sort of interesting in the way that it can open up our cardiovascular system. You know, it has that ability of opening up our exactly the mode and how it's doing that, but I read enough research to say that you know, it does support that, especially in our peripheral areas. So it really helps. When they talk about heart health, it allows a better vascular flow in our body. And that's really important. Like, I mean, if nothing else, it's going to help us increase that. And when I say pair to fountain of life, like fountain of life, if it's reducing the enterolactone, reducing oxidative stress and converting the LDLs into HDLs, we're talking about a 1-2 punch that's going to improve our cardiovascular system greatly. So, you know, it might help us reduce the risk factors that might be presented as we grow older, but it certainly help us if we're, you know, we're prone to poor peripheral vascular issues, and it'll help us, you know, definitely move quicker in the right direction in terms of a healthier lifestyle. But you know, you know, all these things are really great, but you have to commit to a better lifestyle too. You know, I'm sorry, you can't, you know, can't down a burger and fries and a milkshake and take Divine and FOL and say, I don't understand why I'm not losing any weight or I'm not feeling that good. You know, there's a commitment to it. So it all goes hand in hand. But if you're committed to that, we've got the tools to help you prepare for a new life and a better life and reduce some of the issues that you do have. You know, it's not a panacea, it's not a cure, but you're gonna find that certain things that you've been living with, you know, will greatly improve. And I'm saying that we live with problems, we live with issues, and we've got something that can, I think, change that.
Absolutely. And David, the capsule itself of Divine. Now, Divine is basically a vegan product. There is no animal products in it. Do you know what the casing is made from?
Is it the rice bran? I thought that's what the casing is made from.
I think it is, but I mean, I'm not the
That's
scientist.
what I understood from and I'm sorry that I had to ask the developer on that exactly what they're making, and I'm sure they said it was rice bran at that time, because I was interested in asking that because a lot of products are made from. They said it was vegan, and there was no animal products in it, so I think that's an
Absolutely.
important fact.
Amazing. There is another question for me, which I will answer. Liz asks, for those who have got the banner with the Fido, can we get the Divine print to stick over top of it? The answer is absolutely 100% because of those banners that went out. We are definitely going to do that. So if you do have banners that do have the original Fido, we will give you proper stickers. And we have how many people bought it. So, but you can just write us a support ticket when the logo, actually the logos are ready. So if you start to write the support tickets, we can definitely get those ready for you. And indeed, we can send them over to you with your next order. So you can be ready to rumble when they are in stock. Now, many of you have been asking, when is Divine coming out? Just so you guys know, Divine will be launched for Canada. We're waiting for the final NPN to come in. We had to, because we're not doing a regular NPN, we're doing an NPN 2, and then we're going to apply for an NPN 3. So the NPN takes a much longer period of time. When FOL was coming out, it took us almost 2 years to get everything done. We don't want to make you guys wait as long as we did with FOL. So we are going to launch the US label first, which basically is US or international. The Canadian label with the NPN will most likely be launched in April. But you know, if you guys want to place your orders, we'll have a pre-order session, which we will give you access to. And as you all know, March pricing is going to change. CV is going up by 21%. Pricing is going up by 21%. If you haven't already trained your team on that, make sure you understand it. So what I always say is everybody is going to get a pay raise, 21%, baby. And we're really, really excited about that. Make sure everybody is excited. Make sure everyone knows. If they don't understand, it becomes a grievance. If they understand, it becomes happiness. So that is really, really important as well. Okay. And with that, are there different types of lignans for, what are there different types of lignans for the wife orders lignans in Finland for her beauty products? What makes FOL remain the property even diluted in liquid? Okay, so there are different product. Okay, so let me answer the first part and I'll get David to answer the second part. There's always going to be lignans in the world. Lignans are plant antioxidants, okay? So we've never claimed that we're the only company that has lignans. However, the 7-HMR, the exclusive world exclusivity on the Fountain of Life, yes, it's ours. It is our own. And for our cosmetic product, our main ingredient is not the spruce tree extract or lignans. It's actually a very unique formulation that is from plants that gives you the anti-aging. It's been around since 2018. And as well, another proprietary ingredient that we are using is the microsilver technology. So we're using microsilver and we're using lignans and we're using plant antioxidants. So that's why our slogan is created by nature, perfected by science. And so that's number one. Number two, when it comes to the lignans that you were asking for earlier, David, maybe you can reiterate a little bit more on that as well. Which the question is, what makes FOL remain its properties even when it's diluted in other liquids?
Why would it's not going to change. There's no chemical reaction.
Exactly. Yeah.
Someone asked me this question earlier on, and you know, and my example is sugar. Like, I mean, when you put sugar in your coffee, it doesn't change the sugar; it remains as sucrose. It's just that its form changes. FOL doesn't even change. Or what happens is it disperses in other fluids, so it's not really diluted. It disperses. It's very difficult. It doesn't dilute in water. It does not dilute in oil. What it does is disperse in both mediums. So it's very, very unique that way. So it's not going to change any of the properties. The properties are the properties of the product itself. It's just that we have carriers that are going to make it easier for us to take. But no, that's it.
Amazing. Hope that answers your question. All right, if there's no more questions, I know we have already, I cannot believe, come to the hour, and it is 9 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Many of you have asked already a lot of amazing questions, which we appreciate. I've always said knowledge is power. The more information that you have, the more questions that you ask, the stronger you are about your brand and your products, the more successful you are going to be. And that's why we're having these calls every single Monday, where David and I jump on, we answer your questions, we try to teach you a little bit every week. But remember, it's also your job to go out there and to duplicate. The next time I will be speaking with you will be in March. Can you imagine? We are days away from March. And I want each and every single one of you to close your month off strong. Follow up with customers. Ask them who needs a new supply of products. Ask people who needs a refill on their FOL, who needs toothpaste, who needs shampoo, conditioner. Follow up is the key to success. Follow up equals your paycheck. And of course, customers are sometimes shy to call you, but you should never be shy to call your customers and to do a follow-up. So with that, I hope every single one of you enjoyed tonight's call. Make sure you are on next week, as we will have more knowledge, more information, and I will be sharing the new collagen, no, sorry. I will be sharing the new Divine PowerPoint with you guys so you can have the new marketing material. We are working also on, guess what? David and I are going to finalize this. We're going to hopefully release the digital version. The new Safe Home Revolution. I'm going to work on this tonight.
Wow.
And David is going to finalize it. We're fine tuning the new Safe Home Revolution. And guess what new product is on there? Do you guys see it? The new product that's on there is Divine. And the new marketing. That means we are getting closer and closer. And in March will be the big month for Divine. And one other thing that I'm going to share quickly with you all, listen to this very carefully. Listen very carefully. You guys ready? I'm going to be teaching you guys a brand new technique to recruit new customers and new partners starting next week. And what that is called an online health webinar. It's Zach. I think you're going to shine in this. It's like an AMA, Ask Me Anything, that they do a lot in crypto, which is basically a link that you send to everybody. They don't need to register. They just click and everybody comes and they ask you about your product. And it's like this live broadcast that goes on for like 20 minutes. It's an AMA. We're going to set it up tomorrow on the forensic training. Our CEO is going to teach you how to do that. And guess what it's going to, what an AMA is going to do for you? It is going to put so much cash in your pocket so quickly, because all you're going to do now is you're going to get everyone on an AMA, and that can be happening once a day, 10 times a day, 20-minute session. 10 people can jump on, 100 people can jump on, 500 people can jump on. You could literally record these live on YouTube and share them with people. And now you're giving people enough information. And guess what? That is going to get the customer to say, I want to buy the product now. What's your link? I want to make a purchase. I want to make a purchase. I want to make a purchase. And it is going to be absolutely epic to help you recruit new customers. And of course, other business partners are going to be like, I can do that. I can share a link. I can do an AMA. And guess what? Now, let's say you want to launch a new market like St. Lucia. Great. Let's do an AMA for St. Lucia. You want to do St. Martin? Great. Let's do that. You want to do Israel? Great. You want to do Belgium? Great. And you could do it in multiple languages all day long. You could want to do it in Tagalog. You want to do it in Thai. You want to do it in Mandarin. I don't care what language you want to do it. This is going to get your users up. This is going to put more money in your pocket. It's going to teach you how to build a business, and it's going to get you to go to the next level. 2024 is going to be epic, ladies and gentlemen. It's about bringing more success to each and every single one of you. It's about inspiring you. It's about growing you. And it's about taking this business to the billion. With that, I want to thank you. I want to give it back to our host, David. Thank you so much for always being on. And of course, sharing your knowledge and experience. See you all next week. I'm going to pass it to our super host, Itamar, all the way from Florida, to take over and to share the exciting closing announcements with each and every single one of you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Sanas. Thank you.
Thanks, David.
I'm here. I cannot wait to order the collagen and the Divine, and this is very, very, very exciting.
Itamar, congratulations for hosting. I know it's scary sometimes, and to the billion, everyone. See you tomorrow night.